And by Gates release, and they're racing. Small That's All pinged the line and landed a half length in front, and the Lodger goes out the back early with Smoking Arrow. Settling down past the 1,000 and driving through Luxury fourth the inside. Hummums is fifth, followed by Atlantic Jewel and Rescue Mission just a little deep. Next on the inside was Shadowland, 2 Campion, a length and a half the Lodger, and tailed off at the rear was Smoking Arrow, some 6 lengths off the second last horse. Roadhaven with a handy lead coming towards the turn, leads out by 4.5. New Zealand second placing, third Luxurious Choice, fourth on the outside Hummums. Rescue Mission is the widest as they turn in. Atlantic Jewel comes with her run also, down to the 300. Roadhaven quickly reeled in by Luxurious Choice. Atlantic Jewel and Rescue Mission starting to stake their claims now, passing the 200, and they pair down Rescue Mission on the inside and Atlantic Jewel. Atlantic Jewel doing a shade the better from Rescue Mission, and Atlantic Jewel is coming away to give Kavanagh an early double. Atlantic Jewel first, holding on for second on the inside Luxurious Choice from Rescue Mission, and New Zealand fourth. Next in Roadhaven, deeper out was the Lodger, who made up some ground from the tail of the field. Then Campion, Hummums further back in the field there too.
Tries to go with it. Emerald Downs against the fence, the leader. Out wide, swooping around the outsiders, Atlantic Jewel, and she claimed them in a couple of strides and bounded away. Shani Rose ran on down the outside, and then City of Song boxing on Emerald Downs. But look at this. Atlantic Jewel, hard hell, beat Shani Rose by a length. Florence 2 lengths away, got up for third, Emerald Downs, and then came to...
It was her at Moonee Valley. This is now, and she just intimidates them. Well, she's intimidated on the track, but she walks around this mounting yard, intimidating them here. Let's go through the yard.
Another grand final is huge, because I think she beat some good fillies, and she was being choked down coming to the line. No, she's the one.
Star Salute with offer on their outside. A length and a half Atlantic Jewel. Our Miss Jones in the bright pink, nowhere to go, and Shani Rose, City of Jewel at the end. The side they race now, Florence and Heaven's Choice, the leaders from Crucial, Offer, over on the rails, kneeling, trying to find a way clear from Star Salute. And now Oliver's pulled right to the outside on Atlantic Jewel, and she's starting to lift them and run home strongly. Here she comes with her big run. Florence in front of the 200, headed immediately by Atlantic Jewel. A dazzling turn of foot, and down the outside now, Our Miss Jones has got into the clear, but it's Atlantic Jewel with a 2-length lead, and she'll win again. Gee, she's got Atlantic Jewel, 2.5, Our Miss Jones. Shani Rose from last got up to get third, ahead of Crucial, Florence, and Uriah, all the daily colour.
Pretty special. Oh, look at this. Ears pricked all the way down the straight here. Makes a good field look pretty average. I mean, Miss Jones and Shani Rose, they all run well again, but she's indifferent. Look at this. That's embarrassing. You don't do that, Sammy, with your ears. I don't know. You try and put that into words for us. What do you think?
Pretty good.
But a bit embarrassing, really, wasn't it?
Look, I was a bit worried. Look, she shied away from that the big screen like Celebrity Girl did last week, actually. That was probably the only worry that you had throughout the run.
But she had plenty of time to do, don't you?
I think she's Michael's ride, mate, but he's a good mate, and I'm happy to fill in for him.
You'll give us your view on her.
She's a star, mate. She had time to look at the sponsors board halfway down the straight there and still win.
She's still only a baby, and wow, the world's at her feet. I think she's the most exciting horse in Australia at the moment, and that's including Black Caviar.
The 300,000, 320,000 to Atlantic Jewel now. He's alive. He's just got to get to the day and get her home at the even money.
Rich, yeah, $1.75 you can get on course about Atlantic Jewel. $2 the totes at the moment. We'll see what plays out there, but she's the focus of attention. Atlantic Jewel. Money coming, though, for Mosheen. 480 matches up pretty well at the moment. She's improved from the stable, is reflected in the fact in the way she parades today. She looked fantastic.
Off and racing. Atlantic Jewel got a reasonable jump away, and then just eases back soon after. Cute Emily the first out, Mosheen away brilliantly and very quickly gets up into second placing. Celebrity Girl third on the inside. It's at least covered them, 1,000 metres to go. Cute Emily the leader, 3/4 clear. Disputes a second, 2 lengths Mosheen outside Celebrity Girl. 3 or 4 further back in the field, then Shani Rose, 2 lengths to Kneeling, and then Raviel. 1 further back, Hello Well Bell. Atlantic Jewel peeling out wide down the side, and then came Crucial trying to get onto the back of the favourite, and Bliss Street is last. Cute Emily has the lead, 600 left to go in the 1,000 guineas. A length and a half clear. Disputes a second. Celebrity Girl third with Mosheen. Atlantic Jewel's crept up to be fifth, and Shani Rose is trying to go with her, and then came Crucial and Hello Well Bell as they swing around the turn. 400 left to go, and Mosheen raced up to Cute Emily, but Atlantic Jewel is there in the twinkling of an eye at the home turn. Into the straight now, and Mosheen with Atlantic Jewel Jewel, the two favourites, pair down and race 3 lengths clear from Shani Rose and Hallowell Bell finishing off down the outside. But it looks like a taught Atlantic Jewel. She left Machine behind. She sprints away. She opens up, and it's a devastating, brilliant win. Atlantic Jewel by 3 lengths Machine, 2 lengths to Shani Rose, Hallowell Bell 4, and then to Hallowell Bell as they swing around the turn. 400 left to go, and Machine raced up to Cute Emily, but Atlantic Jewel is there in the twinkling of an eye at the home turn. Into the straight now, and Machine with Atlantic Jewel, the two favourites, pair down and race 3 lengths clear from Shani Rose and Hallowell Bell finishing off down the outside. But it looks like a taught Atlantic Jewel. She left Machine behind. She sprints away. She opens up, and it's a devastating, brilliant win. Atlantic Jewel by 3 lengths Machine, 2 lengths to Shani Rose, Hallowell Bell 4, and then Disputes and Ravel, followed by Kneeling Celebrity Girl, Bliss Street Cute.
Well, she's a superstar. It was like watching a movie, like watching one of those things that they set up for a movie, where she just went past Hallowell Bell about the 800-metre mark there as Rod poses for the photo, and just won that race between the 800 and the 600. And then before you looked at it, she had the race put away. Astonishing performance in 1:35.86. Brilliant. Can you get the lid off for a little bit?
Yeah, well, she can do many things that I haven't seen horses do before.
And you're
What did Moody say about with Black Caviar that she comes around this tourney that fast, you think she's going to slip over, her legs are going to fall off, and she does this at track work. You know, we run her up the last 2 with a mate, and she'll blow the mate away, but when I let her head go and give her a real squeeze, she just goes that quick. You think she's going to do some sort of injury. You've really got to sort of let them go through their gears.
She was brilliant today, but we haven't seen the best of her.
Yeah, I mean, if she was ridden properly and, ridden a patient race, then you probably see the best of her, but she's just that good. You don't want to risk anything with her, and you can ride her nice and arrogantly.
Exciting stuff. Great.
The mare's race for her. But look, they know what they're doing. You're so lucky, Richard. This filly's not running in that Cox plate. The way you bag on these fillies, I'm telling you.
Coolmore Connections are very wise racing people. They know that these 3-year-old fillies, no matter how good they are, get beaten up in a Cox plate, right? They get beaten up by those tough old horses. They get intimidated by them because they are 3-year-old fillies. And I reckon they made a very well. Guineas winner this year, of course, is this outstanding filly, Atlantic Jewel. On the tote, $1.30. Pain in the glass.
It is Atlantic Jewel, open 126, just gets out of fraction to 128.
Pain down on the inside as they go down towards the home turn. Atlantic Jewel is now peeling out 3 wide around Pain in the Glass and Dowager Queen at the end. 600 metres to go. They're on the swing for home. La Delta Diva's going to corner in front of Bliss Street. Here's Atlantic Jewel now. Rod's creeping around the field. And she's in within about 3 lengths of the leading horses as they're on the swing into the straight now. Atlantic Jewel racing up wide on the course to go out after Ravel, who'd gone to the lead. Gliding's trying to get over heels of the front runner. She's working home. Bliss Street is boxing on the inside of Atlantic Jewel. Just ambled away from them and kicked them out 2 to 3 lengths in front. Gee, she's good. Opening up by 4 lengths now from Ravel. Bliss Street gliding. Dowager Queen coming home. But this is absolutely outstanding. Atlantic Jewel by 5 and won it very easily. Ravel second, Dowager Queen from Gliding and Bliss Street. And behind them is Ravel had gone to the lead. Gliding's trying to get over heels of the front runner. She's working home. Bliss Street is boxing on the inside of Atlantic Jewel. Just ambled away from them and kicked them out 2 to 3 lengths in front. Gee, she's good. Opening up by 4 lengths now from Ravel, Bliss Street, Gliding, Dowager Queen coming home. But this is absolutely outstanding. Atlantic Jewel by 5 and won it very easily. Ravel second, Dowager Queen third from Gliding and Bliss Street. And behind them is Geo.
She's remarkable. She is the story in many ways of the spring. I know Black Caviar and Seapoy, but we knew they were great. But this filly is great, isn't she?
She was, Bruce, and he rode her like a good thing. What I mean by that, at the 800-metre mark, Michael Rod decided to keep her out of trouble, pop her out 3 deep. Then she was 4 and 5 deep, rounding the straight at Flemington. That meant he gave her every possible chance to hit the line and gallop out like she did. Ravel was a fantastic.
Like, how good is she?
Yeah, let's see, that's probably the easiest win I've ever ridden, I think. She absolutely liked them. She had the race on Kavanagh's handle.
Mike, you go out on her and you...
And Mark Kavanagh, when I came to you, all you could do was raise your eyebrows. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, I haven't seen much like that before.
Just an exercise.
This is surround type stuff. Surround in her year, virtually from 1400 up to the Oaks distance of 2500, was just far too good for fillies. She was
far too good for some older horses and colts as well. But this is very reminiscent. I know
Best meeting of the year, I think. But it was the little filly that stole the show, I think, in the Group 2, Atlantic Jewel. She is something special. Maybe, like Surround was in her day. She just got that aura about her.
It's an absolute star, Joey. She is fantastic, Atlantic Jewel. I don't think I've seen a stronger performance from the 3-year-old filly. I saw some.
We've got some breaking news, significant news, and Glenn Munsey's joining us as well, Joe, because Atlantic Jewel is out of Thursday's VRC Oaks. Mark Kavanagh about 10 minutes ago texted me saying she was a doubtful starter. Now the confirmation is that she's pulled a hamstring, and Atlantic Jewel is out of Thursday's VRC.
The shortest priced Oaks favourite you'd ever seen. So look, hopefully she recovers from that little stretch of a hamstring there, and we'll see the best of her next preparation.
Glide into the race and then sprint away from them like they weren't there.
At the end of 2,000 metres, Bruce said almost the fastest last 200 of the day. He's down. There you go.
It's amazing.
It's not a Group 1, but the Sapphire Stakes this year. We see the first time the appearance of Atlantic Jewel in Sydney. She was the top filly down there in Melbourne. She's unbeaten 5 from 5. Of course, didn't go around in the Oaks.
45 into 135.
All in, they're away, and Ladies Angel began well, so did Phenomenal Lass and Graceful Anna up on the outside. Born to Rock going through to the inside, but Phenomenal Lass will have more speed than the others and take it. Jill just past midfield. He's trying to boot up to get in, but he's out 3 wide, followed by Ladies Angel. Rose of Peace and Parables ridden quietly at the tail of the field. Phenomenal Lass led 6.50 out a length. Graceful Anna a length to Born to Rock, and then came back in behind them. Celts running 4th, followed by Midsummer Music. Atlantic Jewel just starting to stride a little bit closer on the outside. 3 wide, More Strawberries the rail, and then Ladies Angel followed by Parables, Rose of Peace last. Into the straight, Phenomenal Lass led from Graceful Anna, and then Celts on the outside from Born to Rock. Atlantic Jewel cruising up in the centre of the track. Here she comes with a run now. Rod starts to let her down, and she raced up and took the lead and raced away from Celts, Midsummer Music, and then Parables. But here she comes, Atlantic Jewel, one of the best in the country, and she's come back from injury and absolutely bolted in. Beat to Midsummer Music, Ladies Angel, and then Parables, followed by the straight Phenomenal Lass led from Graceful Anna, and then Celts on the outside from Born to Rock. Atlantic Jewel cruising up in the centre of the track. Here she comes with a run now. Rod starts to let her down, and she raced up and took the lead and raced away from Celts, Midsummer Music, and then Parables. But here she comes, Atlantic Jewel, one of the best in the country, and she's come back from injury and absolutely bolted in. Beat to Midsummer Music, Ladies Angel, and then Parables, followed by Celts, Rose of Peace, and then further back More Strawberries, Graceful Anna, Phenomenal Lass.
Yeah, well, she's just a special horse.
Because she keeps
Look at her today. I mean, that was just remarkable what she did there. I mean, she sat 4 deep, and Michael was just arrogant, and she just strode away. It was fabulous.
Other than that, he never moved on her. She just did it all herself, and all he had to do was sit there and just let her do her own thing. Look at this. That's unbelievable. Just come out the rise here under such a hole, and for a jockey not to have to, he's give her a slap there, but really he sits up again once he got her own for about 100 metres, and then he just let her amble. And look, she's just really special filly this one.
6 out of 6. Don't say she beat nothing. Midsummer Music runs second. Great ease, don't you? Look how it's Black Caviar like the way she does this.
Fantastic horses yesterday. A possible champion in Atlantic Jewel in one of the minor races. Boy, oh boy, what an athlete she is.
Kids here today as well, and Atlantic Jewel in those Coolmore colours. Tom Magnier has his son Charlie out for his first.
Was again today, $51 Atlantic Jewel. If you don't mind.com.au, $1.14.
All set, they're off and racing. And Rain Affair and Atlantic Jewel were the best 2 out. Rain Affair will stride to the front early on from Atlantic Jewel. Back last of all, of course I can. Now Reef lets him run Rain Affair. He strides away and leads by 3.5. Atlantic Jewel does the chasing second. Happy Zero is third. Albert the Fat is fourth. At about 2.5 lengths behind them, of course I can. And Centennial Park last of all. So Rain Affair set up a nice lead coming up towards the home turn. Still about 4 lengths in front of Atlantic Jewel. Rod hasn't asked her to go yet. Followed by Happy Zero, Albert the Fat, Of Course I Can, and Centennial Park. They turn for home, and Rain Affair's got a big break up the rise. 3 or 4 lengths in front of Atlantic Jewel, setting it after it now. Then Happy Zero, Albert the Fat, and Of Course I Can. Rain Affair in front. He's had to go for the whip on Atlantic Jewel. She's starting to come after Rain Affair, and then came Happy Zero. Atlantic Jewel moving up to Rain Affair. She's got a head in front. She's about a half a length on Rain Affair. Not much in the tank, but she'll get home. Atlantic Jewel beat Rain Affair. Of Course I Can and Albert the Fat in a photo for third. And then
Rain Affair made her 5, but she is now 7 from 7. Atlantic Jewel, the filly by Fastnet Rock for Mark Kavanagh.
I mean, it's her first test at Weight for Age, it's first test against the boys, and she's had to work. And, you know, she's done it in well. She knows how to win.
Racing at the highest level, of course, in a Melbourne Cup. Disappointments. I mean, why is this filly different to anything else you've experienced in racing?
Mm.
You can say something about her.
No, she's special.
That'll do. Go on.
Most that we're all talking about in the springtime. She's probably been the one that's risen to the top. You know, I think.
As far as I'm concerned, this is her best win. She was ridden a little upside down. She chased a real tough seasoned horse. She'd never been out of fillies and mares class. She's a filly that's not furnished at all. She's light. She's yet to mature. She's a superstar. She's an absolute superstar.
The New Zealand Bloodstock Group 1 Memsie Stakes is our last race. Feature 8 Group 1 winners here. $18.9 million in prize money they have earned. Beaten mare, she's 7 from 7. What a star she is, Atlantic Jewel.
Well, we're all willing her to return with a win. I think she can because I trust.
And that is the New Zealand Bloodstock Memsie Stakes, the first time ever at Group 1 level in the Melbourne Racing Club.
Right, clear. They're off. And Fiorente's missed the start by 2 lengths. Seville goes back as well. Atlantic Jewel away brilliantly. Happy Trails, and It's a Done Deal is up there as well. And now Ajib rushes through and he goes to the lead. So it's Ajib from Happy Trails. And Atlantic Jewel, she's 3 deep and caught on the outside third. Rod now eases back trying to slot in. He gets one away from this next, and 2 lengths Lucky Grey. He's followed by Silent Achiever, My Quest for Peace, Super Cool, 2 to Fiorente. Green Moon back at the end in company with Seville. Second effort went on inside the 800, went to the lead and neck clear from Ajib. A length away, Happy Trails, a half the outside, Atlantic Jewel. And then It's a Done Deal, the fence. Lucky Grey improving, and they're followed by Furlax. Silent Achiever next from My Quest for Peace. Fiorente in an awkward place. Super Cool next, and then Green Moon and Seville. Coming around the turn, it's Ajib, Happy Trails, and Atlantic Jewel. She's gone up to join them on the outside. Rod sitting pretty quietly, and he's about to let her go into the straight. Ajib kicked. He's drawn 3/4 clear. Here's Atlantic Jewel. She's let down at the 200 like it was only yesterday that we saw her. She's sprinted away now, and it's all over. Atlantic Jewel raced 3 lengths from Ajib. Happy Trails, Furlax, Super Cool coming home, but welcome back, darling. Atlantic Jewel by 3 eased up. Either Furlax or Super Cool for the Miners. Seville coming around the turn. It's Ajib, Happy Trails, and Atlantic Jewel. She's gone up to join them on the outside. Rod sitting pretty quietly, and he's about to let her go into the straight. Ajib kicked. He's drawn 3/4 clear. Here's Atlantic Jewel. She's let down at the 200 like it was only yesterday that we saw her. She's sprinted away now, and it's all over. Atlantic Jewel raced 3 lengths from Ajib. Happy Trails, Furlax, Super Cool coming home, but welcome back, darling. Atlantic Jewel by 3 eased up. Either Furlax or Super Cool for the Miners. It's a done deal. Green Moon got home beautifully. Fiorente, Happy Trails was next over the line.
Welcome back, girl. You are a superstar, Atlantic Jewel. And Michael Rod loved every moment of it. It had been 18 months since we've seen her. She's 8 from 8. She could be anything, and she bolts in the Group 1 and makes 7 other...
Terrific training performance. It was scary how easy that was. I mean, when she rolled up...
70 weeks since we've seen her, and for her to do that first up and make so many other Group 1 winners look ordinary, she is just unbelievable. I reckon she is. The way she won, could she have possibly even improved?
She's got so much improvement in it, it's frightening.
All right, mate. Well done. Thank you. There's Mark Kavanagh, a very emotional Mark Kavanagh.
But it's just great to see her come back.
Richmond, 120. Unbelievable performance by the best horse in Australia in Atlantic Jewel. It was fantastic to have.
But every time we put her out, the longest trips that she's raced over is the biggest distance she's won by. So, look, it's hard to say, but certainly it was breathtaking the day that she won the Wakeful. And she just demolished those horses, so, look, it's hard to say.
Michael, you've ridden a lot of good horses. She's obviously the best you've ridden.
Yeah, she is, Duff, and with quite a few links up her sleeve too.
Michael. Yard behind me, it is packed to see this superstar mare, Atlantic Jewel. Shades of some of the scenes we saw 6 or 8 months ago with Black Caviar. It is a packed mounting yard for the star of Australian racing at the moment, Atlantic Jewel. She's $1.05.
Away they go. And Atlantic Jewel jumped okay. Avis Delight missed it by 2 or 3 lengths, and Kiana Blue was second last out of the stalls. The inside and Kiana Blue, 500 metres to go. Oasis Bloom only about a head in front of Bondouille, and now he's just let the shackles loose a little bit, Rod, on Atlantic Jewel, and she's raced up and joined the 2 leaders, and before you knew it, she was 2 lengths in front, and Rod looking around left and right, and she's away, and the super machine opening up by 3 lengths. Atlantic Jewel now. Oasis Bloom stays on and running on as Oriental Ruby, but Atlantic Jewel just being given as easy a time as Rod can possibly give her. She's 3 lengths in front and she'll score. She's special. Atlantic Jewel won it by 2.5 Oasis Bloom. Oriental Ruby third, and then Bondouille. Kiana Blue towards the end with Ava's Delight.
Scenario there, 9 from 9, and the daughter of Fastnet Rock. Such an easy gallop there over 1,600 metres. Gives the option.
At straws and saying she's the next Black Caviar. Let's hope she is.
She's won 3 Group 1s already.
Yeah,
three from 9, 3 Group 1s from 9.
Not bad, but she's no Black Caviar.
I think we will eventually call her a champion. I haven't got her there yet because I don't think she's won a race that warrants that sort of moniker yet. She's doing everything right, and she's won some nice races, but she's just got to win a big open.
She's got to win the Cox Plate.
She's got to win a race
then
like
she's
that.
A champion.
Yeah, she gets in the champion category then. Look at her here.
Imagine being edgy if you got Atlantic Jewel. I'll be edgy if it was a bookie laying at $1.35. And that's what price she is. About only beaten once, and it was a brave defeat to It's a Done Deal in the stop-start Underwood Stakes. She looks tremendous today in Mark's.
And away they go. Atlantic Jewel missing it by 3/4 of a length. It's probably a good thing, really. And Messine ridden in the early stages with the lead ahead of Spacecraft, and Super Cool 2 lengths away. Then a further 2 behind them. Atlantic Jewel. Fortella is last. 2 lengths away, Atlantic Jewel, and 2 lengths to Fortella. So they come down the side, still Spacecraft by about 2. Messine edging a little bit closer, 3 in front of Super Cool. 2 lengths away then is Atlantic Jewel. They've got 600 to go, and she's 7 off the leader, and Fortella's a further 2 lengths behind her. At the bend now, and Messine raced up and levelled up with Spacecraft, and they're 3 Super Cool. And now here comes the great mare Atlantic Jewel. She's closed the gap to about 4 lengths as they corner into the straight now, and it's Super Cool and Atlantic Jewel. The pair of them race to the lead together. Atlantic Jewel under a grip, takes over a fair way out, kicks away by 2 lengths. Fortella. Super Cool is boxing on the inside, but it's all Atlantic Jewel. And here she is, 3 or 4 lengths in front, and she'll canter home. And Atlantic Jewel won it by about 4 lengths to Fortella. Third placing Super Cool. Into the straight now, and it's Super Cool and Atlantic Jewel. The pair of them race to the lead together. Atlantic Jewel under a grip, takes over a fair way out, kicks away by 2 lengths. Fortella. Super Cool is boxing on the inside, but it's all Atlantic Jewel. And here she is, 3 or 4 lengths in front, and she'll canter home. And Atlantic Jewel won it by about 4 lengths to Fortella. Third placing Super Cool, and they got right away. Messine did run 4th and last to finish for Spacecraft.
Brilliant stuff for Mark Kavanagh. We've got Mark with us already, and Mark, you must be relieved and satisfied and sitting pretty now towards the Sporting Bet Cox Plate.
I am.
Easy watch for you?
Sets up for the Cox Plate. Beautiful.
Bruce, what did we learn out of yesterday's race? I think we all knew that she was probably 3 or 4 lengths better than Fortella and Super Cool, and I think most people...
Yeah, I'll let him say it, because I'm not going to get in that part of it. If Cav's not...
Cup winners, so they all stack up.
Okay, Atlantic Jewel, no surprise in this news today, officially retired by Coolmore.
Well, look, no, that's right. Everyone thought that would be the sad situation after yesterday's tragic news that Atlantic Jewel had suffered a tendon injury and wouldn't be taking her place in the Cox Plate field. Coolmore have announced today that Jewel will head to England in December and be served by Galileo. So that brings to an end a sad end, I suppose, Bruce, of what was a stunning career that we never really saw the best of.
No, well, we saw some spectacular performances, and this is the last racetrack vision we have of Atlantic Jewel. She'll be served at Northern Hemisphere time, I presume. Is that the case with the Galileo?
That's what I'm led to believe.
Which means that you'd expect that the progeny would be racing under Aidan O'Brien's care once he finally makes it to the racetrack. About 3 years to wait for that. But there she is, only beaten once in 11 starts.
And only beaten by a head, so it gives you an idea of what a superstar she was.
And you